Yeah, I actually have to use a full-size tree saver with it. And the winch is remote. Oh, no more issues. All built. I just need one more set of shocks and I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, my friends, there it is. My Primal RC mega truck. This is a 1/5 scale monster truck, radio controlled. But I have actually turned this into more of a trail truck. In fact, I've probably done one of the most expensive upgrades ever done to this truck just to make it the slowest as possible. In fact, those who have been watching my history with the Primal RC Raminator, you guys might remember that for years I had the red one. I did the 80 RC or 80cc at that time RC Max gas engine. We did the TMR engine, and that was on another model. This is a new V3 model I have right here that I'm going to be doing more work on in the coming week. You guys will be amazed by what's happening over there. But here, my other truck, because I got two of them at the same time. This one I wanted to take out onto the trails. If you guys are just new and you're joining my channel, welcome. I've got 200 acres of forest, creeks, and trails, and although a very, very fast monster truck is also a lot of fun, I would say that a powerful monster truck that can go out, that is waterproof on the trail, light up the trail as you go, and have some serious power as you go, was essential. And so I thought I would do the world's first Primal RC trail truck. Now, as you can see, the lights and everything, I'll show you the inside. Everything's just all connected to a LiPo, 3-cell LiPo. Everything has been wired. The headlights in the front, and of course the ground effects lights on the bottom, and then all wired down together for the rear lights. All of that can be removed, which is nice, leaving me with what I have left. Now, those who have been following along, thank you so much. I do have some great updates for you guys today. The biggest update I have, like I was saying, is that I actually upgraded the ESC. This is an electric truck. It originally comes as a gas-powered truck. This is gas for the time being. For the next 1 week, it will be gas. This is a 400 amp ESC. I did not go for the super powerful one here, even though this is the size of my hand, and I'm going to show you the old ESC. This is the Dynamite 160 amp ESC that came with it. I see that the new electronic conversions are coming with a Spectrum based ESC, marine based ESC. I actually went for a completely different version. This is the FLIER, the Snake ESC. Here is the programming box that I purchased for the ESC itself. It also comes with a dongle that you can hook up to your computer to program the ESC. Basically just sticks right into the wires like this. One-handed, that's amazing. There it is. So it is not a boat. It is a car. And then what kind of car is it? It is 3 to 16S. Reverse is going to be off. Oops. Oops. I've only done this once, so forgive me. So reverse will be off. Yes, reverse does work in this. It does make everything work wonderfully well without having to use the mechanical reverse, which is shocking, but I don't think the clutch shoes will last very long if that's the case. Let's go ahead and turn this down to startup power will be at 5%. Motor timing, I don't need to advance the motor at all. The PPM frequency, I might as well go to 16. And then acceleration will be on soft. Lipo. Cutoff will slow down. Throttle curve, I'd like it to be exponential. Braking on the motor, I don't need any braking on the motor because I have actual brakes. Limiter. Reverse delay. There we go. So then sending. Doo-doo. Done. Look at the size difference here. Kaboom! So what the problem I was having was, because I wanted this to be a trail truck before, was because I didn't seal these tires, I started to get water on the inside. Now that's fine, I don't mind water on the inside because we can always make holes and make it drain. But the problem is when you get water on the inside, you start to draw a lot more power. Right? When you're in the creek or when you're in mud, you are drawing way more power turning tires like this. Look at the tread on here, guys, right? It's finger thick. When you're turning this much metal and steel, this truck is 80 pounds plus the 20-pound winch I put onto it. So 100 pounds plus water on the inside. All of a sudden, this little tiny ESC and those tiny little capacitors, they ain't going to be able to do it. Because this has a good burst rating to it. You can burst, and that's what I was noticing, is that I could get power, boom, boom, boom. But then about 6-7 seconds into when I needed continuous power, this would crap out on me. And no amount of real capacitor banks was going to help that. So instead, I went all out. I went and got a programmable FLIER ESC, a Mega ESC. You'll see I switched over to the QS8 plugs. These are absolutely massive. I built these cables and as well as the splitter here you can see, so I get 2 batteries into 1 input. These are 130C burst rating. I don't need 130C discharge on the 7500s, but I'll tell you, it's nice to have the power when you need it. Also, this is going to be very, very surprising for a lot of you. Why would he do this? Hello, welcome. Welcome to my shop. So one of the things I did was I actually switched out the gears altogether. Check it out. Here was the stock gearing for the transmission. I went very little pinion and large spool. So that motor is a sensorless, brushless, which means I think it's a 500 kV motor. Tons of torque at the right power, but if you have the wrong gearing, you're going to run out of torque. The way I've got it now, the smallest pinion, the biggest spool, means that that motor is spinning high speed with that little tiny pinion and then making the wheels rotate. So it's the same speed as when I had the original ESC in there, but it is way more torque on the same batteries. Now, if I would have changed the gears and just left the ESC, would it have been as capable? No, it would have been more capable, but I still would have experienced that brownout as soon as those capacitors were emptied. So 400 amps of continuous, beautiful, beautiful. You can hear the wind howling. It is absolutely freezing outside today. I had people wondering about the winch. This is actually a marine winch. I had to search and search, and then I dehoused it. Yes, I can undo and unspool the winch just by reaching through the window and then undoing the lock. Then I pull the winch line out through the fair lead underneath the bumper in this line, and I have a snatch block if necessary, as well as a normal hook. I got a couple of clevises on there as well. Waterproof Beast 2000 steering servos. One here, one on the other side. Independently powered by a 4S LiPo. As you can see here, this was almost about 16, almost 17 volts at a full charge. Also with the winch, this also has its own independent battery 4-cell that goes on this side, so nothing is robbing from the power of the motor and ESC from these banks right here. In fact, even the receiver, the radio receiver, is running on a separate battery pack, and the only servos on there are for the brake, because it has physical brakes on here. It's got a brake disc with calipers both front and back that are cable driven. You can see the cable there. These drive shafts are pure steel, monster shafts. Everything on this truck is metal, by the way, guys. There is no like plastic anything other than the plastic beadlocks and the plastic rims, but everything else metal, metal, metal. I also have a cooling system in here. A lot of the people that might have already got the upgraded motor and the cooling system for the electronics or for the electric conversion will be wondering, what about my ESC? All I did was bypass my ESC as well as just make my motor jacket cooled. So that is the only reason for the radiator. And I sealed it up with some extra shoe goo here just because I knew that it was leaking on one side. Not a big deal though. This is a powered fan. 1 battery, 2, 3, 4 batteries, and then 5 batteries, because one for the lights that goes up there. That is absolutely insane. 3 servos, my friend. Well, 3 servos, 4 servos. 1 for the brakes, 2 for the steering, and 1 for the shifting right here on the back. And what else can I say other than this thing is ready to go out and to hit the trail. I can hardly wait to start on the project in the next week.